So, as I was saying, I'm sure everybody's heard about the whole Snow White thing that's been going on. Uh, the fact this woman looks. I mean, yeah, we could get her lips as red as roses, but she doesn't really fit the rest of the description. Really no interest in going through everything everybody else has gone through with her. But I have a part of this I want to talk about because so many times you get the complaints about sorry about the idea that there is no representation, and that in order to make representation, then they have to replace other people to create their own representation. Uh, oh, I forgot to pull up that other one. A few days ago, I don't know if people have heard of it. Um, which movie was it? It's called Luca. It's a cute little movie. I haven't seen anything on it myself. Here we go. Now, the only reason I'm bringing this up, I don't want to go through. No, I don't want to turn off or subscribe. I hate you. You know what? I just hate you. I'm not doing it. Fine, I'll turn it off for now. Wait. They're trying to give me a headache, I'm telling you. Bitch. There. Now, so the reason I'm bringing this up, and I apologize for all the jumpy weirdness, because I meant to pull this up ahead of time, but we're doing things live. So the reason I even bring this up is they come down here, and this is something that those of you who have listened to Eric July have heard before, and you've heard him say is that if they really want representation, they need to kind of go through and actually create it. Down here. Did I go too far? Nope, not down. And there goes the dog again. Yeah, right here. As great as Luca undeniably is, the film would have been the natural fit with, and basically saying, as it says here, that basically they're summing, to sum it up, they're saying that it would have been a good way to have had, I mean, other than the fact that it's about children, but that's an entirely different issue. The dog has representation. I really shouldn't look at chat while I'm trying to do this. But they're saying, that they want representation, and this story would have been, other than the fact, in my opinion, it's about children, and children don't need to be having any kind of sexualized story about them, that it would have been a non-shoehorned way to have had representation, which, I mean, they get shoehorned in over and over and over again, and I can't imagine that they continue to be happy with it, because even they have to admit that it makes the story, starts to make the stories feel wrong. So when you're replacing Snow White with, who is obviously a beautiful woman and I'm sure a great actress, but not Snow White, you've got to wonder what they're really going for. Especially, I mean, it's not like the English and fairy tales, the European fairy tales are the only one exists. I actually went out and I typed in specifically African American fairy tales, and I came across this website. It has it has classic tales and tales by users. And then they break it further down into regions. So it literally takes a simple Google search to find. You could do African tales. You could do, I mean, apparently Canadians have one. I didn't know that. But there are English ones, South African, Philippines. I mean, we could really use some excellent Native Americans fairy tales, but I mean, let's just look at the African ones. Even think back to The Lion King was based on an African fairy tale. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it was. But I mean, any of these could easily be turned into something. The Physician's Son and the King of Snakes. Let's see here. 23-minute read. No, I'm sure there's plenty of. I mean, they just have stuff to work with if they even tried. I'm sure this isn't even a remotely complete list. Is the disappointing part. So why they can't not only bring the creativity in and create, and instead of abusing basically my childhood and childhood of thousands of others. Well, okay, I guess I just answered my question, because they want the quick buck. That's why. I mean, I know the answer. I just don't like the answer, and the answer really irritates me. I mean, I would love to see these fairy tales brought to life, because personally, I love fairy tales. I am a deep lover of Hans Christian Andersen, the Brothers Grimm. I love Aesop's Fables. I would love to see these sorts also brought to life, so that not only myself, but children could enjoy them and learn more about the world, which was, I always thought, part of the point of doing these things. But I mean, apparently I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm used to being wrong. It's part of my life. But to me, it's also just depressing. I want more real representation for everybody. Not in the way they say it. I want to see the real creativity behind making a story come to life, a story that you may not yourself be comfortable with or really know, and really get into it and show how my dog really hates me, and show how the rest of the world looks at it, their fairy tales. But then again, I guess I'm just luckier than most. I think Grace is telling me that she wants that session to be over.